Hello everyone, and welcome to yet another event in the DRL Winter Road Series. We are here at the brand new Charlotte ROVAL. We had a very last minute change to switch it from ISM, the ROVAL at ISM Speedway to the Charlotte Motor Speedway, getting ready to watch the ROVAL race here. This is Eric Weatherholtz, of course, getting ready to bring you flag to flag coverage of the DRL Charlotte ROVAL race. See, right now we're taking a look at Bill Edwards as we got slightly over 15 minutes left in practice. Just wanted to get y'all on as a little early if I could today. Glad that everyone could join us. I'm sure everyone is still reeling over that amazing race that we had last night. A lot of beating and banging in that race, but that's okay. That's how we like it in the DRL. We enjoy watching a good beat and bang. So how's everybody doing tonight? I know y'all are getting ready to watch this fantastic race. I know I am. Before we start looking around at all our drivers that are in the field, looks like right now we're sitting at 24 actual times, or drivers that have posted something. 21 have posted the time, but 24 are in the session. Actually, I think it's 23 because I don't think Getty Buckner is going to be racing. I think he's going to be our race control tonight. So we'll say 23 right now. But before we go into that, I want y'all to take a look at this real quick, as we're just going to see if we can find someone else to look at. We'll ride along with Mike Springer, currently third on the board. Let's take a look at this point standings after 2 races. We still got 8 to go, including tonight. But look how tight it's getting at the top. I mean, it can't get any tighter than that, huh? Anthony Burrows and Garrett Maines, 1, 2. Actually, you might as well say they're both first for that matter. But tied at the top of the standings, and Tommy Bordeaux's got a lot of talent when it comes to these road races, and so far, I mean, he's sitting back there in 3rd place, and he seems so far away at this point. Tater Bowman putting up a good showing, running 4th so far in the point standings. Ryan Hesgard, for him to be 5th in the points is pretty phenomenal. He is doing a great job, to be honest with you, because I know he had 1 EOL penalty last week, I believe, and then on top of that, the other race, I think he had just a pretty rough race. Ernesto, obviously in the chat right now, already throwing out some stats. Carl Dotson, of course, with his first DRL pole last night in the Pro Series race. If y'all hadn't got a chance to watch that race, go back and watch it as soon as this one's done, because that was a phenomenal race. I actually was a part of it. Led a good bit of the race myself, but there was a lot of beating and banging, and honestly, there were probably 5 guys that honestly had a really good chance to win that race. So I mean, it was just a really good race, a lot of beating and banging, and it came down to obviously the last caution flag. As we're going to continue going down our board here, our point standings. Obviously, 6th place is Kian Howell. 7th is Carl Dotson. 8th is Eric Wolf. 9th is Brandon Dalton. Well, technically 9th is Brandon Dalton and Mike Springer because they're tied for 9th. 11th is Mark Emerson. 12th, Connor Lane. Bill Edwards and Mike Lemon are tied for 13th. 15th will be Casey Drake. 16th is Matt Kleischmidt. 17th, Robbie Armstrong. Jeremy Hebel and PJ O'Leary tied for 18th. And 20th, Chris James. I just want to point something out real quick. So while we're sitting here, obviously we know the top 2. We know the top 2 is Anthony Burrows and Garrett Maines. Garrett Maines right now, of course, has the fastest lap, but not by much, because we have a newcomer in the field, James Hooser, that is right on his bumper. He is right there. But right now, Garrett Maines is pulling away from it. We all know that. But Anthony Burrows hasn't showed up yet tonight. Don't know if he's going to make it. I hope he does. Obviously, we want to continue watching this fantastic race in between these two. but if he does not, Maines is going to open up a pretty good lead here, and it's going to be really hard for Anthony to track him down, especially if Maines keeps running the way that the two of them have been running so far this season. I mean, they've finished first and second in both races. They just flip-flop both positions. And then you look at third and fourth. That's going to be Tommy Bordeaux and Tater Bowman. I feel like those two and Hesgard, and probably Kian also. But we're just going to say Tommy Bordeaux and right now Tater Bowman. Them two are going to be battling for that third place, that podium position on the championship standings. But take a look at this. Ryan Hesgard is in 5th place, 34 points behind the leader. It is only 15 points back to 20th place Chris James. And of that, if you really look at it, from 7th to 20th, it is only 11 points. 11 points from 7th to 20th in the points. How much closer can you get for all those positions? That is incredible. 7th through 20th in the points is separated by 11 points. 15 points from 5th to 20th. That's crazy. That is crazy. Steve Turner did achieve his first top 2 last night at Martinsville. So we need to get the likes and the comments going as I'm taking a look at them. Ernesto's blowing us up. I know we got a little over 9 minutes still. If you have any questions or anything right now about the DRL, now's the time to get them in as I'm looking at the chat. As we are getting ready to watch this Charlotte Roval Grand Prix. It's going to be a good race. I can't wait for this one. Obviously, none of us really know what's going to happen. I will say I did run some test laps myself, and it's a lot of fun. This track is a lot of fun. That's for sure. I'm honestly, I'm not really sure how many laps there are. Let me see if I can find that out real quick, because we did change it at the last minute. Let me see if I can find that information right quick. 40 laps. Okay, that didn't take me too long. So 40 laps. I'm not sure if that's going to ask for a pit stop or not, because I did not do enough testing in that aspect. I really don't know on that. But yes, we have 40 laps tonight here at the Charlotte Roval. And I can't wait to watch this race. I mean, after, like I said, doing the testing, the chicane on the back straightaway, if you time it perfectly, you can stay full throttle. As maddening as that sounds, as crazy as that sounds, you can go full throttle through that chicane on the back stretch. A little blip of the throttle gets you through safely. Oh, as you can see right there, the 24. Looks like he got into that guy that was right in front of him. Into the 4. Oh, no. I'm sure Martin Wenzel's getting tired of having people run into the rear end of him. If you do hear me disappear at any point tonight, I do apologize. I'm just going to disappear for just a second. I am starting to battle a slight cold, so I just don't want to blow your ears off with coughing or anything. So let's see if we can find someone else out on this racetrack right now. Here we go. We got a new name to the series, Mr. James Hoosier. I believe he ran, I could be wrong, but I think he ran either a Pro Series race or one of the races toward the end of our regular season. I could be wrong with that though. I'm not sure. But he is currently in 2nd place. I mean, listen to how close the top 2 are. Garrett Maines is running a 128.322 right now. James Hoosier is running a 128.331. They are within a 100th of a second of each other. I mean, that's crazy. And I will say one thing. There's a lot of turns like this turn right here, turn number 2 that they're going through right now. You can actually go hold it wide open all the way through that turn 2. There's a lot of turns though. I'm sure these guys have been practicing all week in the Cup cars. You race this track totally different in these skippies because you have to hold it open. It's so momentum based. to the point that you feel like you're not supposed to push that hard. It's very, very strange feeling, that's for sure. But Mr. Hoosier is actually catching up to the back of James Pandolf. Is that James Pandolf? No, that's Tater Bowman. I'm sorry, that's Tater Bowman. Tater, I think he's switching numbers on us or something, because I know his normal number is 76, but I thought he had a different number the other night. He's catching up to the back of Tater Bowman, and the number 9 car is catching up to him. ROVAL Alvarez, right there behind him, getting a little draft. The draft is big here. I'm going to say that also, especially going through the NASCAR Turn 1 and 2 and NASCAR 3 and 4. That's actually one thing that I tested a lot of, is down on the apron. It works. It works, and it is not out of bounds. That is not out of bounds at all. Let's see what Hoosier puts up here. Oh, he was a little slower, 128.7, so he did lose a little bit of time. He did have Tater Bowman in front of him, but I thought he was going to get a little bit faster since he had a little bit of a draft help from him. Let's take a look at the ride along here with Mr. Hoosier. I mean, they're within 8 thousandths of a second of each other. Wow, he went off in the dirt. You're faster dirt racing, I guess. See, I think if they get down on the apron right here, they will gain a ton of time. I'm actually surprised they're not doing that. I felt like through 3 and 4, or NASCAR 3 and 4, I felt like you weren't gaining a whole lot of time, but through NASCAR 1 and 2, I felt like you could gain a ton by just jumping straight to the apron. A little blip of the throttle. You can go full throttle through there, but you're going to have to time it almost perfectly. Down on the apron, coming onto the front straightaway. Hard on the brakes through the chicane. You can get up on those turtles big time in these cars. Let's see, a 128.4, so just a little shy. All right, let's see if we can ride along with someone else here. I wanted to check out Mr. Carl Dotson, but he's sitting on pit road. If we can find someone else here. Esgard's sitting on pit road. Bordeaux's on pit road. I guess everybody's probably got their practice in here. Oh, here we go. Mr. Christopher Pope, currently running 13th with a 130.329. He's in a little pack of cars right here. Got the 55 of Matthew DePriest and the 59 right there. I do believe that is Matthew Klatchmith. Currently got 9 people watching this great race. Well, we're not racing yet. We got another 2 minutes here. All right, well, before we actually start this race, we're going to run a few commercials. That way we can be back right before it's time to actually do qualifying. So we'll be right back in just a second. Welcome back, everyone. We are getting ready for qualifying. This is going to be a full 10 minutes here. These guys will easily get their 2 laps in with no problem. And we hear cars are already taking off. See if we can find someone real quick. Is Emerson on the track? He is not. Alright, here we go. Emerson is just taking off here. I just want to remind everyone as these guys are starting to get up to speed here, getting ready for their out lap here. We're riding along with Mark Emerson. Obviously, we are still taking applications for all of our DRL series in February. Of course, we follow the real NASCAR series as closely as we can. We have the DRL Cup Series. We, of course, have the DRL Grand National Series, which uses the current B car. And we have the DRL Winona Road Truck Series. All 3 series are still looking for applications. We're still looking to get as many drivers as we can in all 3 of those fields, just to fill them out as much as possible. Obviously, we want some of the top talent, and honestly, if you don't feel you're very good at the game, or you're not very talented, that's okay. I mean, there's a place for you in the DRL. We still need those guys. But the biggest reason why is because we obviously try to do everything we can to make those drivers better. We are a gentleman's league, obviously. We do this to have fun. No one is getting paid. We're not a corporation. We're just here to have fun. It's just a bunch of guys that like to go in circles. But thankfully tonight we are going left and right. But if you are interested at all of our broadcasts, of course, start at we start practice at 8:30 every night. The broadcast starts somewhere between 9 and 9:30 because we start racing around 9:30. The DRL. Oh, Emerson hard into the wall. He's going to have to restart that. Of course, the DRL Winona Road Truck Series is on Wednesday nights. And there is a max limit that you can have in iRating. You can still run in that series, but if you're above a certain iRating, you're not allowed to race for the championship in that series. Then we have the DRL Grand National Series that's on Monday nights. That one's kind of right down the center. There's no guarantee, there's no requirement at all for that one. And then we have the DRL Cup Series, which is on Tuesday nights. That one does have, you have to be at a certain iRating to even join that series, period, if I'm not mistaken. I know you have to be at a certain iRating to actually race for the championship, though. Of course, right now, we are currently running technically 3 different series, but we have 4 races every night. On Sunday nights, we run the DRL Pro Series. It's more of a short track based series, mainly designed to look at the incoming talent. So obviously, if you're interested at all, it's not too late to sign up for that. Sunday nights, we use the K&N National Car, or otherwise known as the D car, and we run around some of the more famous. Oh, God, a Huser. Oh, he holds on to it. Don't know how he did that. Obviously not going to be the lap he wanted, unfortunately, but he did throw down a 128.4 already, so he may not be too bad because he is currently sitting on the pole. But anyways, yeah, I mean the Pro Series is, we're just trying to get everyone used to how we race, and want to obviously take a look at them and see how they're racing and all that fun stuff. I mean, it's just a good, wholesome series, a lot of short track racing, and it's a lot of fun. Obviously, you are watching live for the DRL Winter Road Series. It's our only purely 100% road series that we have using the Skippy Barbers. We tried to incorporate as many NASCAR or free tracks as we could because this is more of an oval league, even though we are trying to slowly get some road racing going. But we're starting small, of course, with the Skippy Barber here. But I hate to say it, this is probably some of the best racing we've had all year so far for this winter series. This winter road series has been phenomenal. I mean, the point standing says it all right now. And then, of course, tomorrow night we will have our A split for the DRL Winter Oval Series. What the A split means is that it's the essentially the highest 40+ guys, 40 some odd guys in iRating. So that's all that means. It's the highest 40 some odd guys in iRating. So ooh, looks like Hesgard is stuck. Oh, he just backed out. I don't know what happened there. He's on the inside of pit road, so I don't know how that happened. It's like, was Garrett Maines coming out on the racetrack? He is. Let's ride along with Garrett here. So right now, our pole sitter is James Hauser at a 128.471. So let's see what Garrett has. And then, of course, on Wednesday nights, we do also have the DRL, a 129 almost flat. So he's going to have to pick up the pace. But he is currently second with that time. But on Wednesday nights, we have the DRL B split for the Winter Oval Series. Obviously, that's going to be the guys toward the bottom half of it. I am actually personally in the B split. So, you know what? I'm fine with it. I'm honestly, the first race at Daytona, had a great car, unfortunately got taken out, but that's okay. That's part of racing, part of Daytona and Talladega in general. I mean, you never know with those two tracks. The Maines is coming around onto NASCAR turn 1 as he's getting back up to speed. I'm very surprised that there's not more people going down to the apron right here because they're at such a low speed. There is tons of grip down there. There he goes. Someone finally listened to me. Oh, I think he lifted just a little bit. He's got to pick up a half a second here. Let's see what he has. He's diving down into the chicane, turn 16 and 17. He is sliding that thing everywhere. What has he got? Wow, 128.1. He will take over the pole by almost 3/10. Good Lord. Garrett Maines never fails to amaze me. I see everybody starting to get on. We got 15 people watching right now. Oh, you are currently live on DRL TV. Please, obviously, like the video. Leave some comments. Ask me some questions. I'll definitely try to get to most, if not all, the questions as the night goes on. So please ask away. So far, Ernesto is the only one that's blowing up my chat. How about we start this off with how are y'all doing tonight? Are y'all ready to watch some road racing? Matthew Clydsmith. This is one man that should be doing much better, honestly. I don't know if he's just trying to get his bearings underneath him or what. I'm not sure. But he's kind of surprising me. He's someone that is very, very good in the Oval Series. So maybe he's just trying to get used to it. What's up, Zach Smith? Yes, good luck to everyone. It's going to be, it's not a matter of should be fun. It's going to be fun. I'm sure you've watched the first two races. They were phenomenal. We're going to take a look at our point standing one more time as we got about a little over a minute left. Take a quick look at our point standings again. After two races, we got 8 more to go, including tonight. Anthony Burrows and Garrett Maines tied at the top. No matter what, Garrett's going to come out the points leader, unfortunately, because it looks like Anthony Burrows is a no-show for tonight. But Maines does not get to have a smooth, easy race. He does not get a smooth, easy race. Well, Zach, good luck tonight, buddy. I did not know you were racing. There you are. It's Zachary versus Zach that's throwing me off. That's what it is. But good luck tonight, buddy. Zach's actually in the chat right now, currently 12th on the leaderboard for qualifying at a 132.6. So everyone, if anyone else is out there watching, obviously give a shout out to Zach. All right, We're going to take another quick commercial break, and we're going to be gridded up when we get back. So we'll be right back in just a second.
So, you want to race in NASCAR? The road starts here. Introducing the eNASCAR Ignite Series powered by iRacing. This is the gateway for all aspiring 13 to 16-year-olds. Starting June 20th, ignite your dreams of one-day racing in the top tiers of NASCAR. Go to www.iracing.com/ignite for full details.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real-world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $100,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right, everyone, welcome back as we are getting ready to go racing here. Is everyone excited for this race? Because I am. I cannot wait to get racing. Garrett Maines is the only one, believe it or not, that has not taken to the track yet. We are still waiting for Maines to actually enter the racetrack. Taking a look at Hesgard here. Carl Dodson just quietly sitting here. And there he is. Garrett Maines is on the front straightaway. Not sure how this start's going to work out. This is the... that's not a very good view. The blimp's not in great position. And the green flag is out. And we are racing. Garrett Maines will take off as the 8 car is right behind him. Diving through turn 1 and 2. And Garrett Maines has still got the lead. 8 car right behind him. It's going to be an interesting battle between these two all night long. Look at them. The top 2 have shot out of the cannon. Carl Dodson in 3rd. Matthew DePriest is 4th. Bill Edwards 5th. How about Bill Edwards getting a huge, great start here. We're going to go a little further back. Let's actually go back here with Tater Bowman. We got 1 car all the way down to the apron and most of the other ones on the banking. 40 laps. Ernesto, that would have been Garrett Maines. Oh no. I think we have contact already. Oh no. Let's actually go take a replay on that. Let's see what happens here. Oh no. Tater was innocent victim on that one. Poor Tater. He looks like he stayed out, so it's interesting. Alright, we're gonna go back to the front as Garrett Maines and James Hauser is actually still at the front of the field. Oh, big slide there from Garrett Maines. Does he keep it under control? He does. Casey Drake is already in the pits. Wow, that was a huge slide there from Garrett Maines, and he kept it together. Great job. That, you know, Garrett Maines does not cease to amaze me. And Hesgard is actually already on pit road. Not sure what happened to him. These top 2 guys have just shot out of a cannon. They're in a league of their own. Phenomenal racing from these two. Hauser goes to the bottom, and oh, immediately Garrett goes down there too. As they're coming through turn 16 and 17, back onto the front straightaway as they started another lap into what NASCAR called the heartburn turn 1. Glad through turn 1 obviously is an uphill run through turn 2, and then immediately back downhill through turn 2. And then we're still going downhill through turn 3, the double apex of turn 3, and into turn 4. As they go through turn 4, they have a little bit of a straightaway here. And then they dive through turn 5 and into the tight turn 6 that's at a crest and an apex there. And then they come around through turn 7 and 8. And as they go through turn 8, they are now on NASCAR turn 1, otherwise known as turn 9 tonight. Lots of Tommy Bordeaux, Tater Bowman, Getty Buckner, Ryan Hesgard. Lots of guys pitting early. I'm not sure if this is strategy or if they taken damage. They go through turn 10 into the hairpin on the back, or excuse me, the bus stop on the back. They only count that as 2 turns right there. That's 11 and 12. And then this right here is going to be 13 and 14. And then 15 right here. And then 16 and 17 to finish out a lap of the Charlotte ROVAL. I don't know if these two are going to keep this up all night long. Of course, we saw the last couple weeks, Maines has been doing the exact same thing with Burroughs. So we shall see. And it looks like we have several cars, unfortunately, that's already taken some damage. It's like Tommy Bordeaux. We had 25 to start the race. We got Tommy Bordeaux, Casey Drake, Tater Bowman. Actually, I just got an update on my screen. Hold on. Tommy Bordeaux, Tater Bowman, Real Alvarez, Getty Buckner, Ryan Hesgard, Dustin Jones, and Matt Kleischmidt all may have either A, taken some damage, or B, it is race strategy. As you can see, Kleischmidt is now on pit road. Nobody's out, though. Everybody's still running. Coming around to the backstretch chicane once again, bus stop chicane. I don't know what you would want to call it. Personally, I think of it as a bus stop. And the reason why is because this right around here, turn 16 and 17, is going to be more of a chicane. They're already starting to catch up to lap traffic. I'm sure this is one of the cars that either A, took damage or just pitted early. You know, I hate to say it, but as much as I want to watch 40 laps of these two duke it out, we're going to have to go through the rest of the field a little bit. All right, just for the time being, it looks like they're starting to stretch out, and it looks like Hauser's going to take it a little easy here. So obviously, we know our top two. It's going to be Garrett Maines and James Hauser. Sitting in third place, a little ways behind him now, is going to be Matthew DePriest. Right behind him is Carl Dodson. Dodson are probably trying to hurry up and get around him because Dodson does have some speed here. How about Bill Edwards currently running 5th place? Great job, Bill. Mark Emerson right behind him in 6th. Brandon Dalton sitting currently in 7th place. Right there with him is Mike Lemon. Oh no, Mike spins right when the camera gets to him. This car got a little, I guess, a little camera shy there. So now 8th place car is going to be Jeremy Hebel. And then we got Mike Springer, Christopher Pope, David Wright, Chris James, Zachary Smith, currently running 13th. 14th is Martin Wenzel. Beautiful red, white, and blue scheme. Darius Jackson is currently running 15th. How about Cy coming out? 16th. I believe from this point on, no, I'm incorrect. Casey Drake is currently running 16th, but it looks like he's the first one with some damage of some sort on his vehicle. Then we got Tater Bowman. Tater has taken a pit stop. So Tater has already taken a pit stop here tonight. Oh, we got some smoke, and we got cars wrecking all over the place. Oh, man. Who was that? Oh, looks like Sidarius Jackson and Casey Drake getting into each other or something there. Si's got some major damage with his car. And, oh, it looks like we might have a pass for the lead. We do. I am so sorry. We missed this. Let's see if we can go back and watch it. Nope, we can't. It's happened quite a ways ago. Question is he now going to just take off from Garrett Maines? The Immortal Maines. That's what I'm going to start calling him, the Immortal Maines. Oh, Garrett. Oh, he gets very sideways there. James Hauser, our leader. See, my real question is I'm not putting it past Garrett Maines at all that this is strategy. That he said, you know what? I have been racing real hard so far these first 6 laps. I'm just going to let him go. Because I know that these tires are going to be stressed by the end of this thing. So I'm just going to let them ride up front. No big deal. Hauser taking a lot of track there. I see he's starting to open up a gap a little bit though on Maines. He's already up to 2nd and a half, and it looks like Dodson has finally gotten into 3rd place here. Man, there's comers and goers all the way through this field. It's actually a bit surprising right now. We're going to take a look at the gap. Looks like it's still about the same. It looks like Maines is losing a little bit of time at the bus stop, it seems. He seems to be losing the most there. Because he's just not able to get the run out, it looks like. I'm not really sure. So it looks like our top 2 is going to separate just a little bit. As you can see, Matthew DePriest has reclaimed that 3rd place. Dodson is still running 4th. Emerson, Mark Emerson actually got around Bill Edwards, so Emerson's actually now in your top 5. So hopefully Mr. Hauser finishes in the top 5, because the first thing I'm going to ask him is I want to make sure I'm pronouncing his name correctly. I think I heard from a previous broadcast that his name is Hauser. And that's what it looks like it's supposed to sound like. So, house with an R on it. I tell you, the only thing that's making this a little disappointing is I wish Burrows was here so the 3 of these guys could just battle it out like the giants that they are. Alright, so we're actually going, since these 2 are separated by a little bit, we're going to take a look through the rest of the field. We'll go back to Matthew DePriest. And it looks like Dodson is a little ways behind him now. I'm not really sure what happened between these 2. But DePriest has got a pretty good sized gap on Dodson now. And we go back to Mark Emerson, and Bill Edwards is right there with him still. So this is our closest battle on the racetrack. Oh, hang on to it. Oh my goodness. Wow, great driving there from Bill Edwards. Looks like right now, as we are getting ready to be on, we're on lap 9 here of 40. Just want to thank everybody for watching tonight. Right now we got 17 people watching. I greatly appreciate the views. If you don't mind, please give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you give us a like. If you have any questions tonight, please ask away. I will be watching the chat window all night long. So if you have any questions at all about what's going on in the race or anything about the DRL, please ask away. I will definitely try to answer all the questions I can. If you are, oh, Emerson into the wall. Oh no. Mark Emerson into the wall, the 4th place car. How much damage does he have? That front nose is definitely beat up. And we actually missed something here. Matthew DePriest is actually back down to 7th. Man, these guys are changing positions so quickly I can't keep up with them. So I'm not sure what happened to DePriest, but Matthew DePriest was running 3rd the last I saw him. He is now down into 7th place. It's gonna this race is gonna turn into a survival game. All these guys, oh yeah, it looks like DePriest got into the wall or something. His front wing is bent up a little bit. You actually don't need the wing a whole lot here. You do need it just a tiny bit for stability, but that's about it. Matthew DePriest, of course, is our 2018 DRL IndyCar Series champion. So I'm glad he's out here running some more road racing. Had a good run so far. I'm glad he's out here, and I'm glad he's supporting another road series. I really do appreciate him showing up for this one. And as of right now, I can only say I think there's only one guy actually off the track. It looks like it's Casey Drake in 25th. So other than that, we still should have 24 guys on the racetrack, even though we have quite a few guys that's either A, taking a pit stop already, or B, they're at least a lap down. The top 17 is still on the lead lap as of right now. I'm going to actually go back a little further in the field. I didn't get a chance to get this far back. We'll go back here to Mr. DePriest, and I have to give him a shout out. As you can see, Hevel is on pit road now. Or David Wellborn Jr. I have to give him a quick shout out. Thank you, David, for broadcasting last night. Great job. Greatly appreciate it. It was actually because of David broadcasting is the reason why I was able to race last night. So we all know David is the workhorse, or one of the many workhorses of the DRL. I just want to give him some screen time real quick. Looks like he's got a old school Michael Andretti scheme on that bad boy. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of Andretti. All right, so we're going to take a look at our field, trying to see if we can find out a close battle. It's like Maines and Hauser is about as close as we're going to get. See if we can find another one in here. Oh, looks like we got another one right here. Here we go, a three-way battle. We got Zachary Smith, Chris James, and Mark Emerson. Emerson, of course, just pitted, and I'm sure he wished he would have got in a little bit sooner so he wouldn't have to deal with these two guys. Now he's going to have his hands cut out for him. The three of these guys are racing for 9th, 10th, and 11th right now. This is our closest battle on the racetrack. I will try to keep my eye open for anything other than this. Oh, and it looks... See, I'm not sure... Well, having some technical issues. Just hold on one second. There we go. Okay, I got a little worried there. He did open up the gap by a good bit, but I was looking at this and I thought it was interesting that it said like they were actually flip-flop positions there for a second. It had Maines actually in first for a second. That got me a little worried. As you can see now, Zach Smith unfortunately lost 2 spots there. He was 9th. James will take over the 9th spot, and then Emerson will take 10th. And then James will fall in behind right there behind him. As you can see, we now have a battle brewing here. for 6th and 7th. Let's see how this is going to turn out. Oh, and DePriest backs out for Springer. That was smart there. Very smart there for DePriest. Hey Richard, how you doing tonight, buddy? It's no problem at all. Love broadcasting. I love talking about these fast guys. We are now already on lap 13 here tonight. I'm not sure if I feel like Matthew DePriest is slightly uncomfortable in these cars. I'm not sure. I'm just speculating here. But it seems like he is a little uncomfortable in them. Like he's just not putting them to the edge like everybody else is. And then you can see he's kind of counter steering a little bit through these turns. As Getty Buckner and Martin Wenzel, two of our oval regulars, are just not having good nights. I think the two of them have been on and off pit road from the beginning of this race. A lot of this field is spread out. Oh, looks like we got some tire smoke up ahead. Is that Brandon Dalton, I believe? Yeah, it looks like Dalton's got a little front end damage. Not much, but a little. Oh, I'm not sure what just happened there. Oh. I took the camera away at the worst possible second. I apologize. See, we got David Wellborn right in front of him. About to go a lap down to Springer. And then right in front of Springer, we got Brandon Dalton and Carl Dodson. A good ways up ahead. No, Bill Edwards, excuse me. Matthew DePriest is on pit road. That, I think, that might be scheduled. I'm not sure, but that might be scheduled. Take a look at the chopper cam for a little bit. This is the closest battle on the racetrack. Now we also have Chris James and Mark Emerson getting pretty close for 8th and 9th. Man, look how sideways. Oh, Springer. Hang on to it, buddy. Woo, Mike Springer nearly lost it there. I thought he was going straight for the wall. The Garrett Maines is still chasing down that leader. We'll actually take a look at him. He's still riding around in 2nd place. Doesn't seem like he's pushing too hard, but he's kind of sitting back and relaxing. He's catching in just a little bit. It was almost 3 seconds not long ago. I mean, what else can we say about this series if we can start it off with 3 different winners in the first 3 races? I mean, that's pretty big in my opinion. See, Hesgard is now on pit road again. Not sure if this is scheduled or not. Actually, it looks like it might be because he has not went on pit road yet, actually. Our highest running car that has taken a full tank of fuel, probably not tires because I don't think you need tires here, is Mark Emerson in 8th place. And you see Garrett Maines. I'm guessing that's his teammate. I'm not 100% sure. Almost deja vu going on as he's passing David Wright. And once again, the gap is reopened. Let's actually take another quick run through the field. Carl Dodson, of course, all by himself up front. Got about a 3-second lead over this man, Garrett Maines. And then you got to go 18 seconds back to find Carl Dodson. Dodson with a little front wing damage, but he's still doing pretty good. He's not doing too bad. And then we got to go back another 15 seconds to Bill Edwards. How about Bill Edwards running 4th place right now? Fantastic job from Bill. I'm sure he's going to be excited after this one. But of course, right there on his bumper, slowly closing it in, is our 5th place driver of Mike Springer. And then right behind him is Brandon Dalton. It's actually right along with Brandon for a few laps. Take a look at what he can see up ahead. And just like that, we have a lap of the Charlotte Roval. And you can just tell that these poor transmissions and these poor tires. Whoa, that was close. Bill Edwards diving onto pit road. But these tires and these transmissions are just getting pushed to their limit. Alright, so Brandon Dalton currently running 10th. We got Bill Edwards that just hit pit road. Literally just hit pit road as he's slowing down to make his service. Let's see if he takes tires. I don't think he will. And, oh yeah, it looks like he's taking front tires for sure. But now our new 6th place car is going to be Christopher Pope. And then in 7th place now is actually going to be our first guy that has already taken a pit stop. And that's Mark Emerson. In 8th is going to be Chris James. 9th place is Tater Bowman. Tater has been all over this field tonight. I think I've seen him in dead last, and I think as high as 4th or 5th, if I'm not mistaken. 10th is going to be Zachary Smith. Looks like Bill Edwards is going to come out 11th, but Bill has taken a pit stop, but he is now going to be the 3rd guy that has already got fresh tires. And he just barely beat out Matthew DePriest. And I mean barely. DePriest, of course, running 12th. 13th right now is David Wright. David Wright is the first car 1 lap down. There we go. 14th is Sidarius Jackson. 15th is Ryan Hesgard. Ryan, Sure, he's got to be a little disappointed tonight. I'm sure he was expected at minimum a top 10. 16th is Mike Lemon. 17th is Matthew Clyde-Smith. Oh, and Matt Clyde-Smith with the Minnesota logo on the car, the Vikings. Of course, we all know about the Minnesota Miracle that happened this past weekend. And then we got Jeremy Hebel in 18th. Oh, hang on to it, Jeremy. 19th is David Wellborn Jr. and that beautiful old school Michael Andretti paint scheme. Lots of guys are pitting now. 19th is Tommy Bordeaux, but Bordeaux has actually already pitted twice. I'm not really sure what he's doing. Then we got Dustin Jones. Real Alvarez is running 22nd. Getty Buckner is running 23rd. And Martin Wenzel is 24th. And oh, we got a pass for the lead. Wow, something happened to James. He lost a lot of time. And his I don't know if his wing is more damaged. Looks like it's about the same. Let's see if we can find out what happened to James here. Looks like it might have already happened at this point. Yep. So unfortunately, we're going to miss what happened to James there. But James is now running in second place. Carl Dodson looks like he's going to be coming in. He's going to be in third here in a second. The driving style and the ability of Garrett Maines is amazing to me, because he is like wheeling this car to the point that he's sliding around every turn, and he is still holding on to it. That is, I mean, just bravo to him. In the end of the day, he's doing a fantastic job. James Hauser, he's trying. That's all I can say at this point. I mean, he's already impressed me quite a bit. Led like the first 19 or so laps here tonight. It's like he's getting very sideways on the racetrack. He's got a ways to go, but he is actually bringing the gap in. He's already taken off at least a second off of that gap. So you never know. This thing's not quite over yet. You don't count it till the fat lady sings. I mean, we all know racing. We've all seen what happens on the last lap. And we still got 18 now to go. And you can see now it's already down to 5.5. So, I don't know. I mean, he can already see Garrett Maines. I'm sure he's already seeing him. Like, oh, there he is. Now it's time to hit it hard. Alright, we're going to go a little further back because this is our closest battle on the racetrack right now. We got Mark Emerson in 6th place right there ahead of Christopher Pope. So this is our closest battle on the racetrack. Let's see if if Pope decides to make a move. Nope, looks like he's just going to drag the throttle a little bit here. I don't know if I agree with him doing that. I mean, I guess he's trying to save some fuel. I'm not sure. I don't think anyone can save enough to finish this race, though, but I could be wrong. Emerson nearly lost it there, and Christopher Pope will take an easy inside line. I don't think Mark should be stressing too much. He's well, if he's losing time, obviously he probably needs to, because I think Mark can definitely, well, he's definitely going to get Pope, because Pope has yet to pit. Emerson is the highest running car that's already pitted at this point, as Carl Dodson is now on pit road. He's officially said, you know what, we're halfway, I'm going in. See, look at this run Emerson gets. He's able to close the gap so much on Pope, and that's going to be the difference. He can gain so much speed to set him up for the second half of this lap. Looks like he's going for it here, though. He's going for broke already. Oh, I don't know how close that was, but let's actually take a look at it real quick. Okay, it wasn't that close, actually. Hear the tires as Zach Smith is on pit road. As Hauser has brought in the gap a little bit more. He's now only 5 seconds back, but this is still our closest battle right here. So now we got Dustin Jones on pit road. Oh, boy, it looks like them coming through. They're hopping on those turtles. It looks like it's going to do a lot more damage than it actually does. Tell how sideways Emerson is getting here. Trying to wheel that thing. And oh, we might have a battle brewing for the lead here. Oh, no. Telemetry has deceived me. A second ago it said, uh-oh, Hauser's going to miss. Oh, no. Oh, goodness. That is Matthew DePriest. He's actually putting a lap down, but DePriest will, well, Hauser's obviously not our leader, so DePriest is already a lap down, but Hauser's just got to be patient. I mean, he's putting down faster lap times. I mean, Maines has been running roughly around a 128.2, but Hauser's been running in the 127, so we know he's faster on a longer, consistent basis. It's just he's making mental errors. Got 10 cars left on the lead lap, and if we keep going the way we're going, we actually may only wind up with a handful of guys on the lead lap. As now Jeremy Hebel is now on pit road, and it's not that we don't have the talent. These guys are phenomenally talented. It's Garrett Maines and James Hauser. They're in a league of their own right now. They have a 40-second lead over third place, as Bill Edwards is now hitting pit road. 40 seconds over third place. I mean, that just tells you their talent level. Edwards and Hebel are on pit road. Yeah, the gap is now 8.5 seconds back to Hauser. Springer is back by 40 seconds. Carl Dodson is now sitting in 4th place. Not any really close battles on the track. Everyone's pretty much spread out. Obviously, Emerson and Pope are still racing for 6th and 7th. We can do another rundown of the field here. Obviously, we know who our leader is, Garrett Maines, throwing up some very consistent fast 128s. 2nd place, of course, is James Hauser. He has the ability to throw down the 127s, but he's having too many 130s in between. Oh man, the whole front end of the car got airborne there. 3rd is actually going to be Mike Springer. Springer started 18th. I just realized that. Bravo, Mike Springer. Phenomenal job, him driving through the field like that. Mike Lemon is now on pit road. Brandon Dalton is currently sitting in 10th place. Carl Dodson is in 5th. And Carl Dodson is actually now our highest racing driver that's actually already taken fuel. So he just came out of the pits. He's only put 3 laps so far on it. Then we got Mark Emerson in 6th. I'm curious to know if Emerson has enough fuel. He's already ran 16 laps on this fuel load, and we still got a little ways to go. We got, almost 13 laps left. So Chris Pope is 7th. Tater Bowman, this is one man that's been all the way through the field. I think he's been essentially from last all the way up to, I think, 5th. So great job for Tater for getting back up here and running 8th place. I'm not sure what's going on with Matthew DePriest. He's starting to slip a little bit. He was running around 5th, but he is now back to 9th now after having a great starting spot. But Matthew DePriest is 9th. And then we got Chris James not far behind him in 10th. James qualified 21st up to 10th place. Good job, Chris James. And Bill Edwards, he's another one that he's kind of surprising me now. He's starting to slip a little bit. He had a great qualifying position, ran up front pretty much the entire, at least first 10 to 15 laps, but he's starting to slide back a little bit. He has made 2 pit stops, so I'm assuming that one of them is to repair damage that he probably did not want. Currently running 11th. And then we got Ryan Hesgard running in 12th place. David Wright is 13th. Zachary Smith is 14th. And Cydarius Jackson is 15th. Well, we're going to go to our closest battle on the racetrack. It's right here between Chris Pope and Mark Emerson still. They're still drafting each other. Obviously, I think Emerson's a little bit faster, but that draft is just keeping Pope in check. But this is our closest battle right here. Pope has not, Pope has not pitted for tires yet, though. Keep that in mind. Emerson in 5th, Dodson in 6th, Tater Bowman in 8th, and Matthew DePriest in 9th have all pitted. The top 4 have not. So that would be Maines, Hauser, Springer, and Dalton. We now have 8 cars on the lead lap, as Tater Bowman might be going a lap down here soon. We're going to go back to the front. Garrett Maines still, he's just still clicking off these 128s. He's about almost in the 129s now. I hate to say it, but consistency is what's going to win this race, and it looks like so far Garrett Maines has got the most consistency, because Hauser is actually steadily losing time now at this point. I think he's just trying too hard to make up all the time he lost. And we finally got Brandon Dalton on pit road. Brandon Dalton from 3rd place is on pit road, and Mike Springer is on pit road. Doesn't have Springer's name there, but Springer did hit pit road. Oh, I stand corrected. Springer has not hit pit road. That's who I was looking for. That was kind of strange because it did say he pitted at first, but my telemetry apparently is throwing me off a little bit. But Brandon Dalton, in fact, did go on pit road. In fact, he's already back out as he has rejoined in 8th place. Right, he is actually right behind Tater Bowman. He is a lap down, though. So, Chris James hitting pit road for the first time tonight. We're still waiting on the top 3. The top 3 have yet to pit. Just because it's the closest battle, we got to go back to Emerson and Pope. Oh, excuse me, no, Carl Dotson and Emerson. I'm sorry. As Pope has now lost Emerson big time. Oh, big slide there from Emerson. He kept it under control, though. Carl Dotson in 4th. Mark Emerson in 5th. That's right now a closest battle. We still have 7 cars on the lead lap, but I have a feeling once the top 2 pit, a good chunk of those guys are going to get their laps back. Because there is a 45-second gap from first. Oh, Garrett Maines is on pit road. Garrett Maines is on pit road. All right, let's actually ride along with Garrett, see if he changes tires or not. I'm guessing he probably won't, but I'm not sure. Oh, Maines missed his pit. That's going to be some time that he lost there. All right, let us see. Nope, looks like it's going to be no tires. Yep, no tires for Maines. Just fuel only. Oh, he almost got clipped there coming out of the pit road. Yeah, damage there would have been really bad for him. So there you have it. Garrett Maines on and off pit road. He comes in first, comes out second. So the question is where will Hauser be when they come around? Hauser, I would imagine, is going to repair his damage because that's going to help his speed a little bit here. And then Maines actually missing his pit box just a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. If Hauser can put down a phenomenal lap here and Maines get held up a little bit on the racetrack because he is behind traffic. Ooh, Hauser bouncing off of those turtles as he has all night long. Oh, and Hauser's going to come down pit road as he's downshifting, getting it down under speed. All right, let's see what we got here. We're watching Garrett Maines. Let's see if Hauser takes any tires at all. I don't think he will. Nope, no tires. And Maines has already cleared Hauser. Wow, that's pretty big. Springer is actually already on pit road now. So yeah, Maines is already gone, and I'm sure Hauser already knows this. Yes, Ernesto, it was Garrett Maines. He did start on the pole. All right, well, it looks like that might have been our race already, barring Maines makes any mistakes here at the end. Fairly flawless race for Garrett Maines. I mean, obviously, halfway through the race, he did have a little bit of a hiccup. You can see he is now behind Tater Bowman, getting ready to put him a lap down. Oh, we have a car on the outside fence. Looks like he's just stuck there. Yeah, and it's what I thought. I figured we'd have more cars back on the lead lap, but it's not as many as I thought, because it looks like it's only going to be Chris Pope, Tater Bowman. Well, no, Chris Pope's already a lap down. So Tater Bowman and Matthew DePriest looks like they're the only two. And was that Carl Dodson that stuck on the outside wall? Carl Dodson is the one on the... Oh, no. Oh, no. That's not good. Carl Dodson. He was running... Oh, man. I think he was running third or fourth, maybe fifth at the furthest back. He is out of the race as he is stuck on the outside fence of the exit of the backstretch bus stop. That is big. That's going to hurt him big time in the points because you can see his current position steadily falling. Wow. I thought I saw a car out there, and unfortunately Carl Dodson is going to be on the receiving end of being stuck into the wall. That is big. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, let's take a look real quick. I believe Carl Dodson... Okay, so he's not as high up as I thought he was. He is 7th in the points, but nonetheless, had a lot of speed all night long. 7th in the points. That's going to hurt him a little bit. See Garrett Maines, another lap down as we are winding down to the end of this thing. We are now beginning lap 34 of 40. I mean, I don't know if you want to say that this was complete domination by Garrett Maines, but you might want to call it that, because even though James Hauser stayed with him for a good bit of the race, I mean, he's now 16 seconds behind Maines. And at this point, Hauser, even if he gained over a second a lap, I mean, he would have to gain 2 seconds a lap to even have a chance. And even then, I think he's going to come up a little short. But barring anything Maines does here, he just needs to cruise this thing home. And if he is able to, he'll secure his second win, and he's going to have a huge points lead now going into the 4th round of the season. Just real quick as we're winding down the laps here, I just want to make sure that you know about our next race coming up for these guys. It's going to be at Auto Club Speedway next Monday. Unfortunately, I will not be broadcasting it. I will be doing some running around with the family for Christmas. So obviously, everybody, I hope y'all have happy holidays and a Merry Christmas to everyone out there. We will be taking Christmas week off, but the week before we still got racing to go. I'm not sure who's going to pick up the broadcast, but obviously 30 laps at Auto Club Speedway at the competition track. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And then, of course, tomorrow night, don't forget that we have tomorrow night and the night after, we have the A split and the B split racing Tuesday and Wednesday. Going to be a lot of fun. 75 laps around Rockingham, our second race of the Oval Series. So please join us for both nights. I know y'all watched the first two races of the first race of the Oval Series and how good it was. We're going to have a lot of great racing in there. Obviously, y'all know the big names of the series. They're all going to be out again, and half of them are glad that we're out of Daytona, and the other half wish we were running Daytona again. But we are running Rockingham for the next week. Garrett Maines is getting ready to come around to 5 to go. The rest of the field is about staying the same. I'm not sure what happened to Bill Edwards, but Bill Edwards has been on pit road for quite a while. That's going to be extremely disappointing for him. He had a great race going for most of the race. So he's not going to be happy with that finish. Yeah, it's got him listed as 4 laps down now. So he's going to be a little disappointed. And then we got Cy Jackson on pit road. Laps are winding down here. See, our leader Garrett Maines is starting to catch up with the 6th place car, Matthew DePriest, to put him a lap down. I mean, that's I get that this is a new track, Totally understand that, but this just tells you the talent level of this man to be able to lap our IndyCar Series champion in a race. And I know a lot of these guys didn't have a whole lot of time. I get it. We've only had this track for a week. It is a brand new track, but still, that's pretty impressive when you really think about it. Hauser, of course, is still second. Mike Springer having a great race in third as we are getting ready to get the 4 to go signal. Mark Emerson, he had an up and down night. Looks like he may come home 4th place. Everyone in the field is pretty much spread out by at least a couple seconds. The closest battle is between, let's like David Wright and Zachary Smith for 11th and 12th. And just as I say that, Zachary Smith goes on pit road. So every other battle on the racetrack is more than a few seconds. As Hauser is closing in the gap, but it's just too little too late at this point. And I'm taking a look right now. We've got 19 people watching this broadcast. I greatly appreciate it. Obviously, like I've been saying all night long, if you have any questions, comments, or anything that we can do to help the viewing experience, please let us know. Obviously, the driver feedback is very important to the series, but also our viewer feedback is just as important. So if you have any questions or comments, please definitely post them down below. I'll try to get to them before the end of this one. And it looks like we are going to have a conversation with Garrett Maines for the 3rd straight week. James Hauser, looks like we may have one with him. And then, of course, we got Mark Emerson. I mean, we got 5 guys on the lead lap. That's impressive. That is very impressive for Garrett Maines. And Hauser's hanging right there with... Oh, Hauser's on pit road. Hauser is on pit road. What has happened here? Hauser's got major damage. Oh, no. Oh, no. Let's see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh. Oh, he's got damage already, I think. Let's see if we can take a look. Oh, yeah, he's already got major damage at this point. Oh, no. I mean, he's just walking the dog right now. Man, James Hauser, unfortunately, that's got to be disappointing for him. Disappointing for him, for sure. Man, James Hauser is going to have to call it a night, unfortunately, very early tonight. And yeah, he is already fallen a good bit on the board. He's already down to 10th place and will probably finish around 12th or 13th. Him and Carl Dodson, I think, are the 2 that are the most surprising. And then Bill Edwards. Bill Edwards had a great night all night long and unfortunately didn't get a good finish to finish it off. So now Maines with 2 to go, he could literally take his time. He's got a 59-second gap over 2nd place. And he is still winning it. Like, oh, that was super close. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. I think that was David Wright that was right there in front of him. It was. Oh, good Lord. I'm sure Maines' heart just sank right there. He probably thought for sure he just lost it. Oh my goodness, what is happening with David Wright? Hold on, let's ride on board with him. Obviously he's wounded at this point. Just trying to get around the track, trying to get out of everybody's way. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness. Lord, I've never seen that before in these cars. He literally just got tossed around like a rag doll. Alright, let's not spoil the moment for this young man right here. White flag is out one more time around the Charlotte Roval for Garrett Maines. One more lap to go. And it looks like we have a new top 3. We're going to have a new podium finishers. Garrett Maines, Richard Springer, and Mark Emerson. It looks like he's going to finish with almost a second gap. And and look at Garrett Maines showing off a little bit for the cameras. That's okay. He deserves it after this race. Phenomenal job all night long. Oh, a little brush on the wall. Hope he doesn't get too carried away. I know he has a second lead, but fantastic job though from Garrett Maines as he's coming around NASCAR turn 1 and 2 onto the back straightaway and then through the bus stop. All right, and he's coming around onto the front stretch. I mean, just domination from him tonight. Started first, ran first or second all night long. And here is your winner. Garrett Maines wins the Charlotte Roval Grand Prix. 2 wins now for Garrett, as he will now be your new points leader also. Fantastic job from Garrett Maines. Only 4 cars finished on the lead lap here. Wow, great job here. Fantastic job from this young man. And parks it right there on the red, white, and blue. Very good job. Very classy. We still have cars going around the speedway, but while we have a little bit of time, I'm actually going to go ahead and grab Mr. Maines so we can go ahead and have a conversation. We have a minute wait for the second place guy, so let's go ahead and grab him so we don't have to sit here for a minute. Give me 1 second to look for him. Here we are. Garrett Maines, this is Eric up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I can honestly say that was a night of domination. You finished with over a minute win. Obviously, we had a few guys that were running with you for the most part of the night, but man, domination. It was like you were just walking the dog. Tell us about your night.
This place is stressful. There is really no downtime. I mean, you get the straightaway, but you're coming up on like treacherous areas. It's just
absolutely those 2 chicanes.
Yeah, the backstretch one was really the death of me. I thought I was really going to choke the race up there. I got lucky, and some other guys made some mistakes. And I was able to push through, but we were so dead even for that top spot there for like the first 10 laps. Me and James were having one heck of a battle. I hit the turtle, and that was the end of it. I almost pit there because the damage was honestly, it was pretty bad. I could feel it in the wheel. It wasn't right, but I got lucky, and I got used to it actually, and started picking up some time. Making the right moves in lap cars, getting extremely lucky. Missed like 3 bad incidents, but it was a good night overall. I'm happy that it went down the way it did. It was definitely a great race. I'm glad I raced it.
Man, now you know how having me nervous, because if you Garrett Maines, probably one of the more talented guys I've ever seen play iRacing, say that this place is stressful in a Skippy. I don't know how I'm going to feel racing this in a cup car when we get serious next year, racing this track.
Well, we saw how it went in the cup car, so.
Exactly. It was a great race, that's for sure. Yeah, that was because we were the ones watching it, not racing it.
Exactly. I just got new pedals and a new wheel tonight. was testing it out. The pedals feel great. It's weird when driving invert. Instead of your foot hurting, it's the top of you, like right at your ankle where you bend it.
Yes, I actually went.
That's weird.
Yeah, I changed over to inverted, but probably about a year ago now, and yeah, I'm so glad I did. But it is a little bit of a change that you got to get used to for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely a struggle there. I mean, it didn't affect me tonight. It doesn't look like, but the wheel for the first couple of races, I ran on dirt. And that is the fastest way to get from gear drive to belt drive. Man, that helped me a lot, and it didn't really even show tonight, so I'm happy about that.
Awesome. Well, hey, Garrett. Well, congratulations on your win. It's now your second win of the season since, unfortunately, Anthony Burrows was a no-show tonight. You will definitely be the points leader. Real quick, before I let you go, you can go ahead and give your shout-outs.
I got to thank DPR crew for having sticking around with me tonight. That was a lot of fun. Man, I stay deafened the whole time. Like I don't even want to hear people talk. I just need to focus. So, it was one of those nights for sure. Shout out to James. He was running up there with me. For the most part, it was just a great battle, just from a distance.
Absolutely. All right, Garrett. Well, you have a good night.
Yep, you too.
All right, that was Garrett Maines. Wow, he's got me nervous now. If I'm sorry to say, but Garrett Maines is one of the more talented drivers. I would definitely call him an alien for sure. And if he's having a hard time and being stressed out for 40 laps in a Skippy Barber on this track, boy, I'm nervous for the Cup race whenever we actually get serious outside of doing these unofficial races. All right, let's see if we can find. Let's see here. Well, looks like Mark Emerson unfortunately has left the track. Let's see if we can find him though. Here he is. Mark Emerson, this is Eric up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
So, wow, what great racing tonight. I mean, I'm sure you got to be tipping your hat coming home with a second place finish as the night went on. I mean, you were up and down pretty much all night long racing with Christopher Pope for quite a while. Tell us about your night.
Well, I mean, I came into qualifying expecting to get a good time, put a fast time down, start in top 5. That didn't happen. So then early in the race, I managed to wreck myself. Had to use my fast repair and come back through the field. Thank God when I wrecked it, it was a good pit stop time, so I was able to get my fuel and go to the end.
So I was just talking to Garrett Maines, and I'm pretty sure 90% of us in the DRL will say that he is an alien when it comes to racing and iRacing, and his talent level is incredible. And he was telling me that he was stressed out all night long in a Skippy Barber on this track. I got to know your feelings of what it was like racing 40 laps on this track in the Skippy Barber.
Oh, this car, I like more powerful cars. I'm not really comfortable in this car, so I'm with him in that. I'd rather be racing something fast and crazy that's all over the place than these things. I don't know. I just don't like these cars too much. They're too stable, too slow, I guess. But I don't know. 40 laps was a long, long time.
Yeah, I agree. It was a great race, though, and I mean, I was really surprised at how many guys were having incidents. I mean, this is the third race of the season. I was kind of expecting more people to be more consistent, but I mean, that just tells you the stress level of this track, because obviously I heard some whispers that some people were taking the bus stop on the backstretch at full throttle, and that right there scares me.
Yeah, I was doing that sometimes too. It works if you hit it right, but you gotta be careful and make sure you don't just fly over the turtles.
Yeah, you don't want to kill no turtles.
Yeah, once you hit that turtle, you're done.
10-4. Well, great job racing tonight, Mark. Before I let you go, I'm gonna go ahead and let you get your shout outs out.
I'm going to shout out to everybody that just raced here, getting some good participation compared to last season when we did some road racing. I really like to see these bigger fields and have more competition. It's a lot of fun. And thank you for doing these broadcasts and putting on a good show for us.
Absolutely, no problem at all. All right, well, congratulations again on your second place finish.
Thank you.
All right, that was Mark Emerson, finished second place. Of course, Mark, him and Matthew DePriest raced all season long for that IndyCar championship. Matthew DePriest was able to come away with it. Is we're now going to see if we can't get a hold of Mr. Mike Springer. As we got a great look at his car here. Let's see if we can find Mr. Springer real quick. Well, it looks like, oh, here he is. I totally looked over him. I actually was scrolling down instead of up. Mike Springer, this is Eric up in the DRL TV broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, how's it going, man?
It's going pretty good after watching that fantastic racing from you guys. I got to tell you, after talking to our top two finisher, Maines and Emerson, they said it was pretty stressful out there. How was it for you?
Oh, I had a blast. I thought that was fun. Yeah, I like the ROVAL. I don't know. I took to it a little bit. I just didn't want to wreck anybody's race because I've done it the last 2 weeks, so I didn't want to start from the back again. So yeah, I thought it was fun. It was good times.
Well, first and foremost, as the race was going on, we had the chat blowing up of how great of a job you were doing. Started 18th, wow, and then finished 3rd place. I mean, if that's not the definition of being careful and picking your battles, climbing through the field, I don't know what is. I mean, how did you make up all those positions? Were you just being patient all night?
The first chicane, I was pretty much flat foot the whole race through there almost. Just try to. I have a spot on the wall where I pick, and if I aim it there, I don't hit any turtles. So
nice.
Yeah. So basically, the right side of the Bank of America sign. If you hit the nose on that, you won't hit any turtles. I'm just saying that's a good. It works for me all race, and but it's hard to pick out soon enough. So you just got to get used to it. But other than that, I gained a lot of time there, and then I took tires. Unfortunately, I didn't uncheck my box, and then I didn't take enough fuel. So I ran out in the last lap, so I just fired the crew chief.
Oh, okay. I was wondering what happened because I saw that you were going to easily come home second. I was wondering what happened there.
Yeah, I ran out of fuel out of NASCAR 2.
Gotcha. Okay, well, hey, I mean, 3rd place after the night you had. Obviously, you kept it clean for the most part. Started 18th. That is incredible, especially all the chaos that happened. Before I let you go, though, obviously I'm going to let you get your shout-outs in, so you can go ahead.
Well, shout out to the other drivers. I can't drive through there without other people kind of knowing what, we just know each other's racing and stuff, so I can't do that without other guys out there doing what they do too. So shout out to the drivers in the league. It's a fun league, and shout out to you guys do the broadcasting. Awesome job. I had a fun tonight, and I'll see you guys next week, and I get to qualify, so pretty stoked about that.
10-4, absolutely. I can't wait to see you restart from the back. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
See you.
I'm gonna try not to do that anymore. It is fun though.
Yeah, I would like to see you start up front and see what happens when you're out of the danger zone, I guess you could call it.
Yeah, it's not too dangerous. Like I said, I run with the guys, so it's just we know what to expect from each other, and the other guys here are good. We have different speeds, obviously, but we're all know what we're doing now. So
10-4. Well, hey, I appreciate it, and congratulations once again. You have a great night.
All right, thanks, man. You too.
All right, that was Mike Springer, our 3rd place finisher, and man, what a fantastic race this was tonight. I mean, a lot of these guys, obviously, these guys kind of got thrown into the fire with this one. I'm not gonna lie, but they all came up and they all took this challenge. Obviously, it was just a little over a week ago that we thought we were going to ISM, racing the road course there, but we had a league vote, and I'm so glad that we decided to come here. Obviously, Charlotte Motor Speedway is the center. You would definitely call this and Daytona the center for NASCAR racing. And I've been to Charlotte Motor Speedway in person myself, and it is a beautiful facility. Obviously, between the NASCAR track and then the fact that they have the drag strip and the dirt track all right there within walking distance of each other, and now they can say that they have one of the best road courses in North America here. So, I mean, fantastic job. I have to tip my hat to Charlotte Motor Speedway for creating this beautiful racetrack. All right. Well, before I let y'all go tonight, obviously we got to run through the unofficial results and take a look at this. Obviously, Garrett Maines comes home with the win in dominating fashion. Obviously, if you take a look at this, 1 minute 10-second win over Mark Emerson. He didn't dominate it quite that much, even though it looks like he did. But unfortunately, some circumstances happen. led just a little over half of the laps. Mark Emerson comes home second. Mike Springer coming home third. And then Brandon Dalton will come home with the last car on the lead lap. Matthew DePriest, how about him coming home in 5th place? Had a great night for him. Tater Bowman, I don't know what happened to him early. I think he took some damage or something. Not 100%. Tater Bowman, though, comes home 6th. I'm sure he's happy with that finish. Christopher Pope coming home 7th. Ryan Hesgard, he's another one. Something happened to him very early in the race, coming home 8th place. Great job, Ryan. 9th place is going to be Chris James. 10th is Zach Smith. 11th place, James Hauser. I'm sure he's going to be disappointed, leading the other a little less than half of the laps, coming home 11th place. Crab walking it at the end. I'm not really sure what caused the damage in the first place, but unfortunately he will finish 11th place after a great showing here tonight. 12th place is David Wright. 13th, David Wellborn. How about David Wellborn coming home in 13th? I know I was talking to him the other day, actually last night, and he was telling me that he's just going to come out here and ride, but he comes home in 13th place, so great job. I'm sure his car looks perfectly clean too. So great job, David. 14th is Raul Alvarez. 15th is Sidarius Jackson. 16th is Bill Edwards. 17th, Carl Dotson. I'm sure he's very disappointed in tonight. Same thing with Tommy Bordeaux coming home 18th. Didn't really talk about him much, unfortunately, but he had you would definitely call it a poor expectation for himself. Obviously, I know he expects much more of himself. 19th is going to be Mike Lemon. 20th is Jeremy Hebel. 21st, Dustin Jones. These next 4 guys just cannot catch a break in this series so far. I'm not sure what happened to them at any point in the race, but Matthew Cladschmidt, Getty Buckner, Martin Wenzel, and Casey Drake, unfortunately, all 4 of them are just having terrible luck in these Skippy Barber cars. So I hate to hear it from them, but obviously we'll be glad to have them again next week. So we cannot wait. Obviously, the next race is going to be at Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California. Y'all know the track. It's real big. It is probably 2nd place on the list of tracks that need to be repaved. Obviously, we know Atlanta is probably the one track that needs it the most, but Auto Club is not far behind as soon as Atlanta gets paved. But we're not going to be doing the oval. We're going to be doing the competition road course. It's going to be a lot of fun. 30 laps there. Our next broadcast, obviously, tomorrow night, we have at 9:30. We have the A split for the DRL Winter Oval Series. Sorry, I had to think about it. Just about said Pro Series. Pro Series is on Sunday nights, but our Winter Oval Series, the A split, running 75 laps around the bumpy and rough and slick Rockingham Speedway, otherwise known as the Rock. So, and then of course the very next night on Wednesday night is the B split, exact same thing, 75 laps at the Rock. A good race. Obviously, we were here tonight watching the Charlotte Roval. It was a lot of fun, 40 long laps, but it was a lot of fun. It didn't take us as long as I thought it was going to take us, and it was a great race. So, before I let you guys go, obviously I'm going to have to run down the credits. Obviously, to James Pandolf and Tater Bowman, both of them, for putting this whole league together. Great job for those guys. Tater taking care of the financial aspect of the DRL. Martin Wenzel and Jordan Gonzalez taking care of the graphics and the technical stuff. Obviously, those are the 2 that put the graphics on the screen and make sure that they work whenever we push buttons to say work. Tater Bowman, of course, coming away with the marketing. So good job, Tater, for marketing as much as you can, getting our name out there, getting us known. We greatly appreciate it. Broadcast team, of course, David Wellborn Jr., the workhorse of the DRL TV crew, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, Ryan Branch, Jason Taylor, James Pandolf, and myself, Eric Weatherholtz. Eventually, I'll get them to add my name to that list. The administration team is Tater Bowman, David Wellborn Jr., Martin Wenzel, Getty Buckner, and James Pandolf. Our admin and race control for the DRL Cup Series that will be coming back this February, is Tater Bowman. The admin and race control for our DRL Grand National Series is Martin Wenzel. The admin and race control for our DRL Winona Road Truck Series is Katie Buckner. The admin for the DRL Pro Series is James Pandolf, and I actually will be retaking the race control position starting, unfortunately, not next race. I will be missing the next race at South Boston, but when we come back from our Christmas break, I will be taking over that spot. So I will be the race control for the remainder of the season. The admin and race control for the DRL Winter Oval Series, I'm not 100% who it is. I think for the most part, everyone on this list is sharing time between Tuesday and Wednesday nights on whoever's not racing, taking care of those duties. And then, of course, the admin and RC for the DRL Winter Road Series, which was what you saw tonight, was Getty Buckner. Well, that's it, guys. I really do appreciate everyone coming out. It was a great race. It was a lot of fun. Of course, Garrett Maines, we can't congratulate him enough coming out here and having another dominant race. Until next time, obviously, this is Eric from the DRL TV team, and I will see you all tomorrow night. We'll be back tomorrow night for the DRL Oval Series. Y'all have a good night.